Hey everybody, it is June 3rd. It is Friday, the day before July 4th, Independence Day, and I am checking in from San Antonio, Texas, home of the Alamo, which is somewhere everybody should remember. Okay, so it was funnier this morning. Anyway, yesterday I was lucky enough to catch a practice with the San Antonio Silver Stars, and let me tell you, if you ever have an opportunity to see your team practice, go. You will gain new appreciation for exactly how hard these athletes work. Let me tell you. First person I got to meet was Coach Hughes. Nice guy. He came over and said he had read about me. It seems that my reputation is starting to precede me in cities I go to. Well, hopefully it's all good stuff. And it turns out I came on a really great day. It happens to be dollar night here in San Antonio for the San Antonio Silver Stars. Dollar beer, dollar hot dogs, and dollar sodas, which means I will probably have indigestion by the end of the night. Also following the practice, I was fortunate enough to catch a couple of interviews with some of the players. Becky Hammon, Aaron Paraglou, gosh, I hope I got that name right, and Ruth Riley, Katie Matera. So, first impressions, Becky Hammon, totally cool and laid back. Katie Matera, very sweet. Aaron Paraglou, I think she's still glowing from being a newlywed. And Ruth Riley has very deep convictions about her humanitarian efforts. So without further ado, let's get to the interviews. First up, number 25, Becky Hammon. So, sitting here with Silver Stars star, oh, kind of weird, isn't it? But Becky Hammon, so thanks for taking a couple minutes today.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so how's the season going so far? You've been back and forth a little traveling so far.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy, but I'm glad to be back in San Antonio and just focus on what this team needs to do to get where we want to be at the end of the season. So it's good. We're making progress. We got off to a little bit of a slow start, but hopefully we can gain a little bit of momentum here coming up to the midway point.
Okay, I want to take a diversion from basketball, ask a few little questions, did a little research. Heard you like scuba diving.
I do. I love to scuba dive. It's one of my favorite sports, and it's about the closest thing you can get to flying. And since I know, I'll never be able to go to like, NASA or anything and be in space, floating in the water is pretty cool. So it's I like to do it as much as possible. I don't get to do it as often as I'd like, but when I get the chance, I really like it.
What would be a dream dive for you? Something like maybe, I don't know, like going to Titanic or a wreck or something like that?
Not the Titanic, because I think it would be really cold water, but maybe like the Grand Caymans. They got Cozumel has beautiful diving. There's some really great dive spots, so maybe the Great Barrier Reef would be something that was really cool. They got a lot of sharks there, though. So I don't know. We'll see.
Tell me about how you learned a stick shift and you got pulled over at quite a young age.
Yeah, well, in South Dakota, we get to get our driver's license when we're 14. And ever since I was a little kid, I used to sit on my father's lap, and he'd let me drive. So he would work the pedals, I would do the steering wheel. So then when I was about 6 or 7, I could drive a fully automatic with a stick shift, everything. We had 3-wheelers growing up, so I understood how to work a clutch and everything. And
impressive.
Yeah, my father was hunting, and he was across the field, and they needed somebody to drive the truck across to get it. And I had to get on a little piece of highway. And so anyways, there was a sheriff or whatever from the town and followed me and asked where my dad was and told him across the field over there. And so he followed me over there and talked to my dad, whose daughter is this? And, he was like, oh, that's mine. He's like, oh, my grandkids do it all the time. So very rural South Dakota. There's not a lot except for cornfields.
It sounds like everybody kind of knows everybody. And
well, yeah, it's small town kind of atmosphere. So.
One last thing, I also heard you like karaoke.
I do. I love to karaoke. I'm a little bit shy. I have to come out of my shell a little bit in order to do it, but I'm going to try to get one from my house here, so maybe I can work on my skills.
Any favorite karaoke songs?
Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. It's a classic, so.
Going back in the day.
Yeah, I love the old school. No, I love like Sarah McLachlan I like.
Wow, going from Vanilla Ice to Sarah McLachlan, that's...
I have a wide range, actually. Country, contemporary, Yeah, I try to be multi-talented and multi-faceted, so.
Multi-talented Becky Hammon, karaoke, and drain the threes and everything in between. Becky, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.